Hello out there, YouTube. What's going on, guys? It is D-Dun here, the most chill COD player, and this is going to be our second installment of the series I started called Carry of the Week, where I showcase a video to you guys once a week of a gameplay where I had to carry the team. So this was spurred because matchmaking the way it is in Black Ops 3 kind of takes better people and gives them pretty much the worst players to play with. So a lot of times what ends up happening is you have to carry your team a lot. And this is one of those games. So in this game, I end up dropping 82 kills. I also get 10 flag caps and 20 defends. And we only managed to win this game by, I think, about 14 points. So it's pretty close. We're behind a good majority of the game. And me, particularly, the way I like to win games, at least the way that I think I can contribute to the team most effectively, is by doing my best to cap a few flags here and there, but then also doing my best to get my streaks up in the air and giving my teammates a little bit of a break from getting shot and dying on flags. And once my streaks are in the air, I'm more than happy to jump on a flag. That's just kind of the way that I approach the objective. I like to slay to get streaks and then hop on the flag once my streaks are up in the air. So that's kind of pretty much exactly what you're going to be seeing in this gameplay. I just kind of build up to my streaks. I think I pick up 3 sets of my Wraith and my Wraps, and then I do get 1 set where I actually get my GI unit. So if I would have gotten 2 more GI units out of those first 2 streaks, there's potential this could have been 100 plus. So a little bit bummed about that, but it is what it is. I think you guys will enjoy the gameplay in the background. As with our last video, I also want you guys to comment down below real quickly what you guys think my team's score was. So they're basically their KD, their kills to their deaths. So I want to thank Torben Kruger for commenting on my last video. He was pretty close. He guessed 43 kills to 89 deaths, and he was actually pretty close. I think it was somewhere around the neighborhood of like 50 to 90 deaths, somewhere around there. So he was actually pretty close. So shout out to you, Torben. And comment down below right now what you guys think my team's kill to death ratio was, and I will let you know at the end of the video, and shout out whoever was closest. But moving on, I have something I want to talk about today because I'm a super Call of Duty nerd and I like to read articles and everything. I found a very interesting one that says that Activision and Blizzard Studios is actually going to make a Call of Duty movie or Call of Duty TV show. And I want to briefly discuss that. So basically, they announced that they were making the studio in order to try and make a TV show or a movie, and they have officially announced recently, I think yesterday or 2 days ago, that a lady named Stacey Sher is going to be leading the program along with someone from Disney. He formerly worked for Disney, named Dick van Dyke. Or sorry, not Dick van Dyke, Nick van Dyk. They're going to be collaborating together to try and make these movies and stuff. So out of Activision, they really want to make, I guess, a Call of Duty title, movie or TV show. And from Blizzard, they want to make a Diablo movie or a StarCraft movie. So they do mention in here, they kind of, equate this to, the Star Wars movie. How a really strong brand can support a really popular movie. And I've been saying for a long time that I think it'd be really awesome if they made a Call of Duty movie, because if you've ever played the Modern Warfare campaigns, those things are extremely cinematic. They're very intense. You have some crazy moments, and the plot is actually pretty detailed, and it's very interesting to follow as it unfolds. So I think it would translate very well into a movie. I don't think a TV show would be a really good way to go. I just don't see that. But they also mentioned here, as well as Star Wars, the new Warcraft movie that's coming out. So I'm pretty sure Warcraft is from Blizzard. I could be wrong about that. But if you haven't seen the trailer, I suggest you check it out. It's just called Warcraft, and I'm actually really excited. That movie looks really cool. I'm personally not really a huge World of Warcraft fan, but I think the movie looks really, really good. And I think if they have the budget for it, that a Call of Duty movie could actually turn out really, really good. I don't know if they would follow any specific game, like if they would follow the Black Ops series or the Modern Warfare series, or what exactly they would do. Maybe they would write their own storyline. But if they do decide to, I think that they should follow the Modern Warfare series. I think that for me was the most compelling one. I really enjoyed playing those campaigns. You know, Call of Duty as a movie, I think, like I said, would work really, really well, just because you have a really, really strong brand to back the movie title. You have a good following. You know, millions of copies of Call of Duty are sold every single year, and you have a lot of fans from previous years who may not be playing anymore who might be interested. It also, you know, kind of goes hand in hand where, you know, the game can kind of help make the movie grow, and the movie can kind of create more attention and bring more people into you know, the Call of Duty game, which is good for everyone who plays Call of Duty. You know, the more fans, the more money, the more time that they have to invest in these games, the better the games are going to be. Hopefully, you know, that's the goal. So should they make a Call of Duty movie? I do think so. And would I watch it? Absolutely. Also, let me know in the comment section, do you guys think that you would watch a Call of Duty movie? Do you think this is a good idea? You know, personally, I do think it's a good idea. It seems like they're on the right track. According to this article, I don't have any dates or anything for you guys on when this movie might come out. But, you know, a little bit of background about excuse me, the Stacey Sher lady who's going to be kind of leading this project. She's actually, you know, not a schlob, I guess, when it comes to some movies. She has worked, let's see here, she's worked for The Hateful Eight as well as previous Quentin Tarantino films like Django Unchained and Pulp Fiction. She also worked on some other movies that were more like dramas like Aaron Brockovich and Out of Sight. So, you know, she's worked with some big name actors, she's worked with some big directors, and she worked on some really popular films. The other guy that she's working with, the Nick van Dyk guy, you know, he's coming from Disney, so he's obviously, you know, been around really popular films. Disney's a great brand that you know, has built a lot of really popular movies. So, you know, these guys together seem to have a lot of really good experience, and I think that would be good. So, like I said, to sum up, guys, I think that the Call of Duty movie is actually a really, really good idea. I hope they don't try and push it into a TV show, because I just don't think that'll work. And here, look at this series of events. Back to the gameplay here real quick. So this guy mows me down by headshotting me, and then I spawn immediately into this guy's bullets. Like, what the fuck was that? That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. That was the worst spawn ever. But as you can see here, I've got my streaks. My team managed to claw its way back and shoot this guy in the back, pick up one more kill, and the game's going to be over. We ended up winning. You're welcome, team. And for you guys wondering who guessed down in the comment section below, it was actually really surprising. We barely won this game, but my final team score was 114 to 118, so almost pulled a 1 KD between the rest of the players. There was one guy on my team who actually got over 7K score, and you know, I don't really know why we didn't win by more. Maybe he joined late, but either way, it was a good game, and I carried the team to victory. So anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like. If you hated it, then dislike it. Make sure to comment down below everything you thought about my commentary topic here. If you think Call of Duty is a good idea, bad idea is a movie. Also, if you're new to my channel and you enjoy my content, a subscription is always appreciated. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.